Are you ready to make some internet money today? Now, making internet money isn't as hard as you think it may be, or as easy as you may think it may be. It's not just clicking a button and poof, there's money in your bank account. There's a whole process with that. Now, it can be as easy as clicking buttons, but there's a whole slew of information, tasks that you must accomplish to get that done. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how thinking long term and having patience, you hear that a lot, how having patience is going to help you become successful with day trading. Now, thinking long term, this isn't a race, guys. You're not trying to make as much money as you can, as fast as you can. Now, in the future, when you have earned that right to do that, and it may seem that way at that time, but there's a whole history of things that a person that looks like they're doing has had to do to get to that level. Now, thinking long term, what does that mean and how can I explain that to you? Now, what I'm going to say is you have 5 days in the week, right? So the goal is to be a little negative, break even, or actually have some profit by the end of the week. So you could keep going forward to keep replicating that on a weekly basis so that by the end of the month, you are green. Now, having one bad day or one bad week, which isn't even bad, it should not hinder you to blow an account, want to make it all back as fast as possible, because that's not what's going to happen. You're actually going to self-sabotage and hurt yourself long term. So to be consistent long term, you must do what you need to do daily at the current moment. Meaning, if you need to lock yourself out, if you need to just put your phone away, if you need to put the computer down, you have to do that, because that's going to help you long term be successful and pull profit and make payouts out of the market. Now, with that being said, you must develop a sense of patience, understanding to oneself that everything will be okay. Now, I heard someone on social media, I don't remember her name, I think it's Anja Trades or something like that, say just because you had one bad trade, a losing trade, let's say, and it's managed, right? It's not even a bad trade if it's managed, it's calculated loss, risk, doesn't mean it's a bad day. And just because you have a bad or a losing week doesn't mean it's a bad month, just a bad couple of moments within the week. And just because you might have a bad month, losing month on your P&L doesn't mean it's a bad year. You can always make back your losses, guys, as long as you keep your losses small, so that once you start stacking your wins, you can start chipping away at your losses. And that's the long-term vision. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is how long-term thinking, long-term vision is going to help you become successful. I've had to train myself to think this way, because in the beginning, I just wanted to win at all costs, whether I break my rules, whether I over leverage, whether I overtrade. Oh, I'm missing a trade. I'm FOMOing into a trade because there's more money to be made. I want to win and win big. That's not the long-term game, guys. The long-term game is waiting for your setups, following your strategy, following your risk management, and then tallying up the ratios at the end of the week. Let's say you risked $100 to make $500. You caught a really good trade on Monday, okay? On Tuesday and Wednesday, you had $100 loss each day. You're still up $300. Thursday, you're break even. And let's say on Friday, you caught a $200 trade. You're risking $100. You're still up $500 for that week by just taking one trade a day. All it takes is one trade a day. That's the long-term vision. Now, I challenge you if you're watching this video right now, to just take one trade a day, whether that's break even, a loss, or a win. Once your trade is over, it closes, lock yourself out. Come back at the end of the day, journal, and see how the markets moved, where your entry was. If you follow your strategy, your entry, you had a correct stop loss placement, you had correct sizing of your trade, your risk, you know what you were risking, and set your take profit. Leave your take profit where it needs to be. Now, if there's upside potential, room for momentum, move your your take profit up, and then potentially trail your stop loss so you can secure something at the end of the day if price wants to fall. Now, that's the only way I would say, don't violate your rules, but when you're looking for more, when the volume's there, or there's swing lows for a higher move when price is finally bullish, but that's the long-term vision I'm trying to explain to you guys, the patience. Now, a way for you to train to become patient in the market is what I just challenged you guys to do, and that's to take one trade. Journal at the end of the day, come back in the morning, wait for your session. Do not take a pre-market trade. If your rules say do not trade pre-market. Now, what I've noticed is there's multiple moves after 9:30, which doesn't mean the move can happen right at 9:30, although sometimes it does. But there's usually a move around 10 a.m. and sometimes a little later in the day. So that's the patience factor. You should not be taking a pre-market trade because the volume may not have been there yet. So challenge yourself to set an alarm at 8:20 Eastern Standard Time AM to lock yourself out for an hour so that you cannot place a trade before 9:20. So then you get to your desk at 9:20, you do your markups, or 9:15, you're doing your markups, you still can't place a trade for 5 minutes. And then it opens up, but you already know where you want to enter essentially. So then you just wait and wait and wait and wait. Place a sell limit order so you don't get FOMO for market execute into a trade. Place your limit order and then just watch what happens for the day. That's it. That's how you're going to get better and build confidence in your system and your strategy, in yourself, really. And then once you start building confidence in yourself, you're going to understand that I don't need to make money as fast as possible. What I do is need to follow my strategy every day for the week, do that for 4 weeks, see where I'm at by the end of the month, and then you will be surprised. You will definitely be surprised. You will be positive in your P&L. And then do that month after month after month after month, and just keep doing that, and then journaling every day, and you're going to notice little things where you can improve. Remember, you're competing with people who have finally mastered the skill set after years of trading, journaling, backtesting, doing self-reflection, and you're competing with people who have big bank accounts but started with nothing. They've mastered the setup, mastered the strategy. They've learned how to think long term. They have patience. So you too can build up to that type of trader. You have to have confidence and patience to believe in that. It's not going to happen overnight. Now, if you do this, you will start to see a change in your P&L. It will become bigger. You may be a losing trader right now. You may start to become break even, or losing less and less and becoming break even, and then finally starting to pull some profit. And then you're continuing that trend. You're now profitable. And now months have gone by, and now you're profitable long term. You can say you are now a long-term profitable trader. Why? Because you've earned it thinking long-term, not thinking about the money, having patience, and understanding that by just following the rules, being patient, thinking long-term, you will become successful. Now, if you found value in this video, subscribe, like, comment. Please do that for me, guys. I'm trying to build a following here of other like-minded individuals like yourself, who we can build a community. You guys comment, write something for me, guys. I will write back, and what we can do is communicate over YouTube comments, and I can try to help you in any way, shape, or form. Just let me know a video topic that you would like to hear more about, and I will be more than happy to make a video for it. But with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.